I think, therefore I am. The 17th century philosopher René Descartes believed that while his senses might deceive him, his conscious thought was the absolute foundation of existence. Modern neuroscience tells a more complex story. Our senses deceive us constantly, and that conscious thought is far from an objective reflection of the world. Your prefrontal cortex fabricates a curated simulation of your surroundings, processing only the specific signals the brain code deems necessary for survival, while ignoring the rest. Take this rotating Charlie Chaplin mask. When the back of the mask turns toward us, we should see the hollow inside. Instead, it looks completely solid, popping out toward us exactly like the front. Your brain carries a hardwired assumption that human faces push outward. When your eyes register the hollow side of the mask, the higher-order regions of your brain detect a conflict. To resolve it, the brain actively overwrites the raw data from your optic nerve with a virtual reality message that makes sense for your survival. This active censorship happens everywhere. In tests where viewers focus intently on counting basketball passes, over half failed to notice a person in a gorilla suit walking right into the center of the game. The brain concludes the passes are the only data relevant to your survival in that moment, so it drops the gorilla into a visual void. The sheer volume of sensory data hitting your body is unmanageable. To keep you functional, your mind deliberately blinds you to your surroundings, selecting only the fragments of reality it believes you need to see. Fish and reptiles have successfully navigated lethal environments for millions of years without conscious awareness. They detect a predator, a deep brain center processes the shape, and the muscles fire. It survives through pure reflex. When humans evolved, nature didn't replace our ancient unconscious machinery. It built a new layer on top. We operate on a two-track system. Stimuli pour into the older subcortex for silent processing. Only a ruthlessly narrowed trickle reaches the cortex to become conscious thought. You might feel like your conscious mind is in control, but a hidden driver in your subcortex is often making the actual decisions before you're even aware there's a choice to make. Medical records reveal how capable this hidden driver is. People who suffer destruction of their visual cortex experience total blindness. Yet if their eyes and subcortex remain intact, they can exhibit a phenomenon called blind sight. In one study, a man with blind sight was asked to walk down a corridor filled with chairs and lamps. He successfully dodged every single one. When asked how he did it, he replied that he didn't know. He simply felt sudden urges to tilt his body or lift a foot. This deep brain navigation protects the sighted too. An American SIRE chief once ordered his crew to evacuate a burning house moments before the floor collapsed. He claimed it was a gut feeling, but his subcortex had recognized a specific pattern of heat, smell, and sound stored in his deep memory, triggering an automatic urge to flee. When the brain detects a critical threat, it bypasses your conscious awareness entirely, activating your muscles to ensure you survive. This aggressive filtering extends to your internal world, shaping how you perceive your own identity and memories. Researchers at the Weizmann Institute found that the brain manages internal and external awareness through mutual inhibition. They operate on a balance. If you focus intensely on an external stimulus, your ability to engage in introspection is suppressed. If you are out for a run, you might be lost in deep self-observation. But the moment you start listening to music or take a phone call, the brain inhibits the introspection. The external focus takes over, and your internal thoughts disappear from your mind. When an organism faces mental trauma, this survival filter can overcompensate. A specific region in the cortex can activate to prevent the retrieval of specific memories, effectively hiding parts of your own life story to protect your mental stability. Dissociative identity disorder represents an extreme malfunction of this mechanism. The brain, facing a threat it cannot handle, may splinter a single personality into separate, independent consciousnesses. It divides the self into isolated bubbles to contain the psychological pressure. From the objects you see in the street to the memories you hold of your own life, your consciousness is the result of a tireless editor. By selecting only the specific information that promotes your survival, your brain ensures you don't just see the world, you see the version of it that keeps you alive.